Greetings everyone, welcome to the WAN 2.1 based MultiTalk tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to literally one click to install ComfyUI and MultiTalk, and right away start generating amazing animations from static images. MultiTalk generates not only speaking videos, but also impressive singing performances. Moreover, MultiTalk can even generate 30-second videos like this upcoming one.
Set course, it shows the way. Generate, compose, and play. Images and videos flow. Animation 3D glow. Learning AI every day. Set course, it shows the way.
So as usual, I have prepared an amazing post. I really recommend you to read this post fully. I will begin with Windows, then mass compute, and then finally RunPod. First of all, we need to download the zip file. The link will be in the description of the video. So you see the latest zip file here. Move this zip file wherever you are going to install or your previous installation, like here. Replace. Then right click and you need to extract all. I'm going to use here extract files. Okay, you see everything extracted here. Overwrite the previous files. You can follow these steps for a fresh installation as well, but you need to be careful is that do not have space character in your folder path or special characters. If you are first time following my videos, you need to have Windows requirements tutorial followed and installed. You need to have Python, Git, CUDA, FFmpeg and other stuff. So follow this tutorial. The link will be also in the description of the video. This workflow has been tested on a fresh installation. So if you don't want to make a fresh installation, still it should work. But if it doesn't work, you need to make a fresh installation. Moreover, you can make fresh installation with your existing installation like this, which I am going to show. So first of all, let's delete this empty folder. Then I'm going to enter inside my ComfyUI folder. What I need to do is I need to delete this virtual environment folder like this. It is going to delete. Okay, it is deleted. Then I also need to delete the custom nodes. You need to do this if it doesn't work. After doing that, first of all, I will do installation. The fresh installation is also same. What you need to do, double click Windows install.bat file, more info, run anyway. Do not run as administrator. Then you will get to this screen. I really recommend you to have Python 3.10, but you can also use Python 3.11 or 12. However, do not use Python 13. It will not work. So I will choose the option 1. I am going to use both Flash Attention and Sage Attention 3. I know that some of you are wondering whether we should use Sage Attention 2.2 plus. I tested it and it is same. It doesn't bring any speed benefits. So our Sage Attention is currently working with the best performance. Many of the libraries are automatically installed, which you may need. Moreover, it is supporting RTX 5000 series GPUs as well as RTX 4000 series GPUs or 3000 series GPUs. If you have older GPUs like 2000 or 1000, some of the workflows may not work or they may work slower. However, starting from 3000 series GPUs, it is working just perfect. If you are making a fresh installation, it is exactly same. You just double click and start it. Do not run anything as administrator unless I state it explicitly, because if you run that way, it will break your installation. Just wait for installation to be completed. You need this step only if your existing ComfyUI doesn't work. And ComfyUI may get broken very easily. Therefore, I am showing you all the cases. And don't forget to follow this Windows requirements tutorial. This is mandatory. Only one time all of my applications, AI applications, scripts will work if you follow this video just for once. Okay, so the installation has been completed. Then enter inside workflows folder, enter inside GGUF MultiTalk and double click install multitalk.bat file, more info, run anyway. This will download and install necessary nodes that you need to run this workflow. So it is all automatic for you. You will not be wasting time with the ComfyUI manager. It will just handle everything automatically for you. Okay, everything has been installed. You see we have the workflows here. but we are not ready yet. What we need is go to the top of the page and you will see that we have SwarmUI installer and unified massive models downloader. Go to here. This link will be also in the description of the video and download the latest version SwarmUI model downloader. Extract this into anywhere. I'm just going to use my existing installation so you also will see how I update, which is here. Then we need to extract it, extract files, overwrite your older files so they will get updated. Then double click Windows Start Download Models Up.pod file, more info run anyway. This will start the model downloader. Why we need this? Because with this we will avoid manually downloading the necessary models. So what we need is we need to give a custom path. Currently it is using the SwarmUI path, but we need to give the ComfyUI model path. So my ComfyUI model path is here, models. So I will copy this, paste it here. Then I will check this ComfyUI folder structure. Then you see there is ComfyUI bundles. Download ComfyUI MultiTalk bundle. It will download all these models which are necessary to run this workflow. Some people are asking me how they can set custom path for ComfyUI models. ComfyUI has an amazing feature. You see there is extra model paths.yaml.example. Open this file with any text editor, read here and change it if you need custom paths. I don't use custom paths, but if you need, this is the way of it. So this downloader will download everything automatically for you with maximum speed, absolutely maximum speed. It will skip the existing models if you already have. We can see the download speed is here. It is around 100 megabytes per second. It is around 800 megabits. So it will use your entire internet speed. If you get errors here, it could be due to your antivirus, your VPN, your internet service provider, or temporary problem with the Hugging Face. So you need to keep trying until it is successful. You can see that it has queue of 8 and it will download everything automatically for us. Just follow the status here. Okay, so all the models have been downloaded. As a last step, what we need is using Windows Update ComfyUI.bat file. Do not forget this. Double click more info run anyway. This will update ComfyUI to the latest version. It will reinstall new versions of libraries and you see it is done already. Then all I need is Windows run gpu.bat file, more info run anyway. It will start to ComfyUI on my Windows computer. Okay, so the ComfyUI has been started. What I need is I need to drag and drop my workflow. So I have prepared a lot of different workflows based on what you need. So let's begin with simple 480p 10-second workflow. After 10 seconds, this workflow degrades in quality. However, up to 10 seconds, it is really good. So which parameters you need to change? These are same among all of the workflows. First of all, you need to load your image. I really recommend you to start with our test image. It is inside workflows, so load it. Then I really recommend you to start with test mp3 file. It is also inside the workflow folder. Let me show you. You see test.jpg and test.mp3. Then you need to set your width and height according to your input image. This is 480p model and this is a tall image, therefore this is the resolution that I did set. If your image is not matching this resolution, it will keep proportion and crop it and center crop. You see the parameters are all here. Okay, what else you need to set? Number of blocks to swap. It is by default set to 25. If you are low on GPU, you can set this up to 40. How to decide? So open a CMD, type pip install MVI tab like this, then type MVI tab, and then you are going to pay attention to the watt usage of your GPU, because if it is not using enough power, that means that it is using shared VRAM. Okay, so 25 is default and it is good. Then the next most important parameter you have to set is the prompt. So you see, by default, we have a man patiently singing. A close-up shot captures his expressive performance. You need to change this according to your image and which video you want to generate. And this is the default negative prompt. Then you can enable VAE tiling if you are on low VRAM. Other than that, you need to set number of frames. Now this is super important. You need to set it according to the length of your audio or how much you want to animate. So my audio is 9 seconds, but it is more than 9 seconds actually. So you need to have precise timing. For precise timing, I am using media info from here. You see this media info, and it shows me that it is 9 seconds 960 milliseconds. You can use any application to get the exact resolution. This is just media info application, you can install it. So this is 9 seconds 960 milliseconds, which makes 9.960 multiplied with 25, 249 frames. So I am just going to use default 250 frames. However, this workflow is not exactly as precise. As you generate, you will see. Therefore, you maybe need to set the frame count accordingly. And once you set frame count, your prompt, your input image and its resolution, actually you are ready. You don't need to change anything else. So let's just hit the run and let's see the result. So this is from my previous generation, it remembers it. So let's watch our VRAM usage and watt usage. With this way, we can decide whether we are utilizing GPU with the maximum performance or not. If it is not, we can increase the block count or we can reduce the block count. This is the way of deciding block swap count. Moreover, you need a lot of RAM to run these models. If you don't have sufficient RAM, I really recommend you to set at least 100 gigabytes of virtual RAM. If you don't know how to set a virtual RAM, type how to set virtual RAM and go to this link. It shows you how to set your virtual RAM. It is so easy. Okay, so our generation started. We are using 500 watts, which is amazing. You see, it is sometimes dropping to 400 watts because it is doing some block swapping. But as you are seeing, 500 watts is amazing because my maximum is 575. So I am with over like 80% of performance. And it is generating the video right now. It will be pretty quick, even though I am recording a video right now. So I am using some GPU already. So let's see how much time it will take. If you still get some out of VRAM error, what you can do is you can enable VAE tiling wherever you see. For example, here there is enable VAE tiling. Also here, tiled VAE. So pay attention to the nodes. And if you are seeing tiling, enable it. If you get out of VRAM error, out of memory error. How you can know whether you got out of VRAM error or not? Just follow this CMD window, the terminal. And you may notice that it is generating with 4 steps to 4 steps. Yes, it cannot generate entirely the video at once because this is 250 frames and this model is actually made for 81 frames. Therefore, it is using some embedding system for this workflow, and that is how it is generating parts by parts. This sampler is 4 steps. You cannot change it. This is generating decent quality, but I will show you a better quality as well. Moreover, as I said, this workflow is up to 10 seconds. If you need more than 10 seconds, what you need to use is the long context generation, which I will show next. Okay, so the video has been generated. It shows that it used maximum 16 gigabytes of VRAM. It took 258 seconds while I am recording full HD 4K resolution video. And we got the result here. So when I hover my mouse here, it will also show the audio. How you can save it? Right click and you can save as preview. It will download it. Moreover, it is by default save it inside the output folder, inside ComfyUI, inside output, and you will see that the video is there. The PNG which contains the workflow is there, and there is also video itself without the audio file. This quality is not great. If we want a better quality, let's do it. So for better quality, we have long context generation. This is better quality, and even I have 10 steps version of it. So let's see the 10 steps version. So drag and drop. With 10 steps version, you don't need to set anything, everything is set. Let me set up from beginning what you need to change. So choose file to upload. Let's use our test. Select our mp3 file, test. How many frames? It is around 250 frames again. Then what we else need to set? Nothing else actually. We just need to set the prompt as usual as before. So the prompt is here. A man patiently talking. It is remembering from my previous prompt probably. So let's actually close everything to open from beginning. I have been doing a lot of tests for you. Okay, let's open unsaved and let's drag and drop our high quality. Yes. Okay, I think it's still remembering. Anyway, not very important. So let's set up our parameters Okay, 250 frames. This is extremely precise with frame count. It is working better than the other workflow. So a man patiently singing. Okay, I did set the frames count. I did set the prompt. I did set the load audio and image. I also need to set the resolution. So therefore this will be 720 and 1280 pixel resolution. Since this is HD resolution, this will take longer than the previous generation. Why? Because this will be 10 steps. The quality version, it will be higher resolution, and I'm going to use 25 block swaps. Again, it works with my RTX 5090, but depending on your GPU, you can just make it 40. Okay, you don't need to change anything else, except if you get out of VRAM error, use enabled VAE tiling here. Then also there are some other enabled VAE tile here. You see tiled VAE, and also there is VAE tiling also here. Or you can just use my low VRAM configuration. You see this one. This one is 15 gigabytes and this one is like 8 gigabytes. You need to test and see which one is working best for you and run. So let's see the result of this one. And this one will use definitely more VRAM. It is going to load the new 720p model. Oh, by the way, if you already have your models, you need to select them from here. For this workflow, I am using 1.2.1 14 billion parameters image to video 720p GGUF Q8. This is excellent quality model. You can select this. For the previous workflow, I am using 480p. So it is up to you. Select your model. If you are not using GGUF, you can also select quantization, but with GGUF, it is disabled. And we are using Sage attention. If you want other attentions like flash attention, you can also change them from here. By the way, my auto installer doesn't have flash attention 3 yet, so it wouldn't work. We don't have flex attention as well. We have flash attention 2, Sage attention, and SDPA. However, I can tell you that the Sage attention is the best working one with the best speed at the moment. Okay, I think we are going to start the steps. So this will take a lot of time. However, the quality will be significantly better than the previous generation. Currently, I am using 28 gigabytes of VRAM with all the things running. Therefore, actually, I could reduce the number of block swapping to speed up my generation. So it is up to you to test yourself. For example, I could make this 20. It would use more of my VRAM, more of my GPU, and it would be faster in that case. This is how it works. Also on the CMD, if you pay attention, you will see that it is showing how much of the model is on the CPU, offloaded block swapping, and how much of it on the GPU right now. Okay, so our video has been completed and I will make a comparison, but before making a comparison, if you don't like the results, what you can do is trying different seeds. So currently this is set as seed 8. When you change this seed, you may get a perfect output. So therefore, you can try changing seeds and see if you are getting a better result or not. It is totally up to you. Moreover, with ComfyUI, you can just change this and click run and it will queue, change it, click run, it will queue. You can also make multiple generations and so on. But I will just terminate everything. So how am I going to compare these two generated videos? We have an upcoming amazing application, Ultimate Video Upscaler. Hopefully it will be published this week or maybe next week. It is almost completed. This application has been developed with the mindset of professional level upscaling. So it has so many features. It is almost done. I am going to use the output comparison tool we have here. So we have up to 4 videos comparison. Let's select the 2 outputs and make a comparison video. I'm going to use the first generation, which is here, and the second generation, which is here. So the left one will be the 480p default workflow and the right one will be the high quality 720p. So let's make a side-by-side comparison. It is really fast, the comparison video. Okay, it is made. Let's download it. Now I will play it. So let's see the difference. As we can see, there is a huge difference in quality. I can try different prompts, different seeds and get better quality, but this is how it works. So I can tell you that the long context has a better quality than the default 10-second workflow in many cases, not in all cases, but in many cases. I cannot say that it will work every case, so it is up to you to test. Unfortunately, the testing is the big part of AI generation, finding the very best workflow for your usage case. But I did a lot of testing and I have prepared all these presets, the workflows for you, so you can use them right away. If you are wondering how I made the videos at the beginning of the tutorial, at the intro, so basically I have used the free credits of the 11 Labs, generated audios with text to speech, downloaded them, give my audio file image, and I just changed the prompt as a man talking or a character talking, such as that. But I didn't like the 11 Labs audio quality. Definitely it is not that great, and I am using the 11 Labs version 3 alpha, the very best version they have. Therefore, hopefully I will make the greatest local text to speech for you, hopefully in near future. But this is how I made. So basically uploading the files as I have shown and generating the videos until I get the result I want. Even right now I am generating some of the intro videos that you are going to see them at the beginning of the tutorial, hopefully. Now I am going to begin showing you how to use this amazing workflow on mass compute. If you don't have a powerful GPU, you can use mass compute cloud service. So I really recommend you to watch the first part of the tutorial, then you can return back here and continue. So first of all, we need to download the zip file. The link will be in the description of the video. Put this zip file into any folder like this. So let's extract it. Why extract? Because we need to get the workflows from here, and also we need the instructions txt file. You see mass compute instructions. I will show from beginning like you have never watched my previous mass compute tutorials. First of all, read this instructions file. This includes everything that you need. I really recommend you to follow this link to register mass compute. So just double click. So register, login, then add some billing, set up your balance, then go to deploy. Mass compute interface slightly changed. Now our coupon works on every GPU, and you can find that RTX 6000 ADA as a best price performance GPU. But if you want speed, you can use like 800 or H100. Let's go with H100. So GPU H100 quantity 1. This is super important. First of all, let's select the creator as a category and image as an SE courses, because my installers, my scripts are made for this image. This image already has SwarmUI and other features, but we are going to use manual installation of ComfyUI. So currently this is $2.35 per hour. Let's apply our coupon. SE courses verify, and now you see H100, which is one of the very best GPUs that you can get, is $1.76 per hour, and this machine has over 1 terabyte disk space. Disk space is also important when you download different models and install. So let's deploy. The slowest part of the mass compute is the initialization, but after that it is like 10 times, 20 times faster than RunPod, because their disks are way faster. So we just need to wait our machine to be initialized. Meanwhile, if you don't have the ThinLinc client, if you didn't set it previously, so click here. From here, download according to your machine, whether you are using MacBook, Apple, whether you are using Linux. You see it is supporting a lot of different operating systems. I am Windows, so let's download this. So open it with clicking. It will ask you permission, click yes, next, accept, next, default, install, run ThinLinc client. Then first of all, you need to set your shared folder. We will use shared folder to transfer small files. So I will go to local devices, clipboard synchronization, drives. Okay, so I will click these details, and in here remove everything and click add. Click this 3 dots icon. Select a folder where you want to synchronize. So I have a folder here, name it as mass compute shared folder. Okay, make it read and write, so I can both upload and download, and okay. and these others are unchecked. You can also make some speed optimizations, so everything is good. Okay, now all I need is just waiting this machine to be initialized. If you're wondering what is this end existing session does, it will close all of the applications on the cloud machine and then connect. Use this only when you cannot access the machine, because it will terminate all the running applications. You will have the files, but the running applications will get terminated. Okay, so the machine has been started. Let's open the ThinLinc client again. Copy this IP address, paste here like this, then copy username, paste here, then copy password and paste here, then connect. Click continue. Wait for connection to start. Click start. Do not wait here. It is starting the session. And the massive compute machine has been started. This is running on a remote server. Whatever I do here will be made on a remote server, not on my computer. We already have SwarmUI, OneTrainer, CoHya, a lot of stuff installed here. So you can right away start using SwarmUI. First of all, you should update it with run stable SwarmUI update, then you can use Cloudflare stable SwarmUI. However, today I'm going to show you how to install ComfyUI and use it. Remember, we had the zip file here, so copy it, put it into synchronization folder that you did set, which is here, mass compute shared folder in my case. You can set anything you want. Once you get this, just cancel, you don't need it. Then enter home folder from here, scroll down and you will see thin drives. This is your synchronization folder with your computer. You see the folder appeared here in my computer. When I enter inside it, I will see the files that I have on my computer. So do not install anything here. Drag and drop it into downloads folder. Wait for copy operation to be completed. ThinLinc client is extremely slow to copy big files, but you can copy small files like this one. Even this 12 megabyte file took a lot of time. If you want to transfer big files, you can use Google Drive, you can use OneDrive, Hugging Face. I also have a tutorial for that. Just reply me and I will link that to you. So right click and extract here. Then enter inside it. First of all, we will install the ComfyUI. So you see mass compute instructions read txt file, double click it, then copy this part. This is the installer. Return back to the folder. Click this three dots icon here, open in terminal. So pay attention that you are in the same folder where you have extracted. You see ComfyUI version 35, ComfyUI version 35. Right click and paste and hit enter. It will start the installation of ComfyUI. Just wait it until it is completed. Okay, so the ComfyUI installation has been completed. As a next step, we will install the workflow nodes. So enter inside MeiGen MultiTalk and you will see that there is RunPod mass compute instructions txt file. Let's copy the command and start the terminal in the same folder here. This is super important. Paste it and hit enter and it will install all of the necessary nodes into the accurate folder. Okay, it is done. Now final step, which is downloading the necessary models. You see under this zip file we have SwarmUI installer and unified massive models downloader. So open this post, the link will be also in the description of the video. Download the latest version of the zip file, then move this zip file into your shared folder. You can also directly log into your Patreon account in this machine and also download directly there, but it's a choice. So go to home, thin drives, shared folder. Whatever I put here will be also appearing on my computer. So drag and drop this into downloads folder. Wait for copy to be completed. Okay, it is completed. Right click and extract here. Then enter inside the folder and you will see mass compute model download instructions txt file. Double click it. All you need to do is just copy this entirely. Open a terminal in the same folder, right click and paste and hit enter. It will install and start the application in a moment to download models. Okay, the application has been started. First of all, we need to give the base download path. This is super important. Where is the path? Go back to your downloads and ComfyUI installation. Enter inside ComfyUI and enter inside models folder. Then Ctrl L. It will select the path. Ctrl C. Return back and paste it here. You see home Ubuntu downloads ComfyUI version 35 ComfyUI models. Wherever you have installed, then delete this last part and select this ComfyUI folder structure. Then click this ComfyUI bundles and drop down and go to the ComfyUI MultiTalk bundle and download ComfyUI MultiTalk bundle. Then follow the terminal. It will download all the modules ultra fast. One of the big advantages of the mass compute is it is really fast. Let's see the download speed. So we see 500 megabytes per second, 1 gigabytes per second. It is like 8 gigabits per second. So you see 10 gigabytes of file is downloaded in 20 seconds only. It will be super fast, don't worry. Alright, so the models have been downloaded. Now we are ready to begin. The rest is exactly same as in the Windows tutorial part. All we need to is just start the ComfyUI. So return back to ComfyUI, mass compute instructions read txt file, and we are going to start with this command. So open a terminal in this folder, pay attention to the folders, open terminal, right click and paste. And it will start the ComfyUI locally in the mass compute. So you can use this inside mass compute as you wish, 100% private. If you want to access it from your computer, we also have options like connecting by the IP or with ngrok. I will show the connecting with IP. So let's see the starting. If you get some such error messages like this one, it is not important. Okay, we are getting started. Yes, it started. So click this link to open it in the browser and the ComfyUI started. Now I can drag and drop my workflow to start using it. So enter inside the workflow and let's do a quick test with this one. So drag and drop it and I need to load the file. This file has to be inside the mass compute right now because it is running in the cloud machine. So I will just use the test image here like this one, and I will use this example file we have as well in the workflows in here, test mp3, and that's it. Now I can generate it. All we need to do is just click run and it should start running. Let's follow the terminal. Okay, it is downloading some of the files first. That few files it need to download from a remote repository, it is fine. Then it will start processing. Okay, so the generation has been started. This workflow was optimized for Windows low VRAM GPUs. Therefore, it is not working with the maximum efficiency right now. To make it maximum efficiency, you need to set the number of block swap to 0 for this workflow. I have explained all of this in the Windows tutorial part, so if you have watched that part, it is fine. After setting that as 0 at your next generation, it will be faster. So the video is getting generated. How you can access this from your computer, not inside from mass compute, it is also easy. So you need to get your IP, then use this port, which is the default starting port. How you gonna do that? Return back to your mass compute interface and copy this URL, then type the port to the end of it, which is 8188, and hit enter. Then you will be able to access the ComfyUI from your computer as I am accessing right now. You see, it started. So this is the way of it. Now I can use it as it is in my computer, but it will run in the remote machine completely. However, from my browser, I will be able to download the generated video. I will be able to upload images. Let me demonstrate you. So let's drag and drop the workflow. Then choose file to upload. Upload whichever the file you want from your computer. This is in my computer. So you see, from directly my computer, I can upload and I can generate. Let's set the block swap to 0. By the way, let's see if the previous one was generated because we shouldn't run twice. Yes, previous one was already generated. Then I will just run and it will generate the video. You see, I am accessing it from my computer right now, not from mass compute. And I will be able to download the generated video from here. To monitor the progress when you're running on your computer, you need to look at the interface. You need to look at the CMD window, the terminal. By the way, this long context workflow is way slower than the other workflow for some reason. So therefore, when you need maximum quality, use the long context workflow, but if you want something faster, use the other workflow. From that, what I mean is 10-second workflow is way faster compared to the long context workflow. Okay, so the video has been generated. This was generated in massive compute, but it is available in my browser. So how can I save it? I can right click and save preview, and it will download into my computer as you are seeing right now. Or you can transfer all the files from the mass compute. How? Go to the ComfyUI installation like this, go to ComfyUI, go to outputs here, then you see the entire files are here. Copy the whichever one you want. So let's copy the entire folder, like copy home thin drives, and enter inside shared folder and paste it. This pasting may take time because it will synchronize it with your computer. Depending on how many files you have, it may take time. So what you can do is, like, you can log into your OneDrive, Google Drive, upload it there, upload to any platform and download from your computer. However, for small files, it is fine. When I go back to my computer, you see the files already arrived into my computer. There is one another thing that I want to show before I end the mass compute part. So right click and quit all Windows like this. I will close everything. Then Control Alt D. It will minimize all the open windows. First of all, I will update the SwarmUI because I will show you how you can use this manually installed ComfyUI with this SwarmUI we have. In the mass compute, this is pre-installed. It is coming with our SE courses image. So it updated the SwarmUI to the latest version and started. Then go to server, go to backends, and you see this is the backend it is using. Now I am going to give my manually installed ComfyUI backend. So it is inside downloads, inside the ComfyUI here, Control L, it will select the path, Control C, and click this green, paste it like this. You see, starting from home, okay, like this, Ubuntu downloads, ComfyUI, and main py, then save. So instead of the backend it comes up with, it will use my installed backend. So now you need to just wait it to restart the backend and load everything. It will install the missing necessary libraries at the first time. So let's just wait. Okay, it is loaded. Now it is using the backend that I have pre-installed, so you can use it locally right now. If you want to access it from your computer, it is so easy. Close this window, Control Alt D, and use run Cloudflare stable SwarmUI. This will generate a secure URL. So it is here. Open it with control clicking, and now I can access this link from my computer, from my phone, from my tablet, wherever I want. We also have some pre-downloaded modules like SDXL base module. So let's just type a fast car and see the generation. To see the logs with the SwarmUI, always server, logs, and debug menu. It is right now using the ComfyUI backend that we have installed. You can see here, it is the latest version with the latest libraries. So this is how you can use ComfyUI on mass compute, also with SwarmUI, and it is generated. It is working perfectly fine. One more thing is that if you stop your machine, it will not stop billing. So after I stop with it, it doesn't matter. I have to delete this instance on mass compute so that it will not use my credits anymore. So let's end this to delete this mass compute part, and I will begin RunPod. Okay, it is gone. Everything is gone. So make sure that you did backup your data before you delete it. Okay, now we are going to see how to use this model MultiTalk on RunPod. You need to watch Windows tutorial part at the very least. So download the latest zip file. You see that now it is version 36. It was 35 in the previous two parts. I made an update. I added -- usage attention to the prompts and fixed an error in the one particular workflow. So move this zip file into any folder and extract it. So extract all like this. Then double click and open RunPod instructions read txt file. This is important. First of all, you need to register RunPod. Please use this link. I appreciate that. After registration and sign in, put some credits into your account from billing, like from here. Then go to the pods, and we are going to deploy. This is the newest interface, so click deploy. You can use pretty much any GPU. However, if you want some speed, you can use RTX Pro 6000. This is a really good GPU with huge amount of VRAM. First of all, we need to select our template. So select the template Torch 2.2.0. So type Torch here, then select the Torch 2.2.0. Then you need to edit template from here, make the volume disk 200 gigabytes. If you are going to download more models, make it bigger, and you need to add a port here which is 3001. We will use this port to connect ComfyUI, set overrides, deploy on demand. RunPod is extremely slow at the model loadings, installation. It shows you some huge speed here, but you never get it because it is shared with so many other people. So it is totally up to your chances. The machines will start initially quickly because we are using official PyTorch templates. So once you see it is initialized like this, click connect and click the JupyterLab. Even if it is not ready, click it and it will open in most cases like this one. Then click this arrow icon, go back where you have downloaded the zip file and upload it. In the bottom of screen you see it is uploading, so wait for upload to be completed. You can also use RunPod CTL. I explained it in another tutorial video. RunPod CTL is amazing to transfer big files between RunPod and your computer. Okay, then right click and extract archive. After that, click this refresh icon and everything extracted. You see RunPod instructions read txt file. Just copy this command. This is for installation. Plus icon, new terminal, paste it and hit enter. Now you need to wait for installation to be completed. The installation may take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the pod you got. The pod could be broken. So there are so many cases which can happen. Therefore, I am recommending mass compute. The installation not even started yet. We are still waiting. For some reason, the pods are terrible in most cases, unfortunately. The GPUs are good, but RunPod is losing from the disks and the network speed they have. Okay, the installation started. If you see the installation is too slow, just terminate the machine and get a new machine. I'm just waiting for installation to see the speed, but so far it is very slow. We can also deploy another machine and we can make some filters from here like NVMe disk, and we can make the region like US, like this one. There is no Pro 6000 here, so we can make it like Texas and there is no. These are usually better, but none of them are available. Okay, the installation speed is looking decent, so we don't need a new machine. Meanwhile, it is installing. We can start downloading models since it will take time on RunPod. For downloading models, we are going to use SwarmUI installer and unified massive downloads here. So click this link, download the latest zip file from here. I really recommend you to read these posts because they include a lot of information. Then we will click these upload files, upload the zip file, wait for it to be uploaded, and the zip file has been uploaded here. You see the zip file is here. Right click, let's fix the name, and you see the zip file has been uploaded. It is here. Right click and extract archive. Then click refresh and we can see that there is RunPod model download instructions txt file. Double click it, copy this and open a new terminal and paste it. We are still installing the ComfyUI, and meanwhile we will download the necessary MultiTalk models, 1.2.1, some other models that it needs. Everything will be automatically downloaded. Wait for gradual leave share here. Okay, it is here. Click this, open the gradual leave link. This is all running on RunPod on a cloud machine, not on my PC. Okay, interface started. First of all, we need to get the models folder path. It is inside ComfyUI and it is models. So right click and copy path. Then go to path here, delete it, paste. You see it is missing a backslash at the beginning, so put it like this. This is super important. Then select this checkbox, go to ComfyUI bundles and download ComfyUI MultiTalk bundle. So it will download everything. Let's see the download speed. It is looking decent right now. Okay, slow, getting faster. Yeah, decent speed. And it's also installing the ComfyUI. All I need to do is right now just wait for installation to be completed. Okay, the model downloads have been completed. Now all we need to do is just wait for ComfyUI installation to be complete. One advantage of the RunPod is that you can turn off the machine. It will use a very little amount of money from your account. Then when you restart it, when you start it again, all you need to do is just starting command and it will right away work. So you will not reinstall it. This is the advantage of RunPod. You can also use RunPod permanent storage. I also have a RunPod permanent storage tutorial in the README file. You can see here it is so easy. So that these are the advantages of the RunPod compared to mass compute. The permanent storage or turning off the machine and starting again. When you turn off the machine, it uses very little amount of money. Then after starting it, you just run the starting command. Okay, we are still waiting for installation to be completed. Okay, so the installation has been completed. As a next step, we need to install the workflow as in the other videos. So go to the workflows and go to the GGUF MultiTalk and you will see RunPod mass compute instructions. Just copy this and open a new terminal inside here, new terminal. You see the path is here, copy paste it and it will install the necessary nodes we need to run the MultiTalk. This part is the fastest part. Okay, it is done. Now we are ready to start. Go back to ComfyUI from here. You see I'm using this navigation workspace. Then open the RunPod instructions read txt file. This has command to start the ComfyUI. As I said, if you restart the machine, if you stop and start, you will run this terminal. I am inside this path and paste it. Then this will start to ComfyUI with the necessary models and the nodes and the workflow. We have everything ready. And you will notice that it is using the Sage attention. So my installer is extremely advanced. It is installing the pre-compiled Sage attention, Flash attention, Xformers, the very best libraries that you need to obtain the maximum performance and the speed. It is still starting. The first time start may be slow. You will also get this error. This is not important. You can just ignore it and it also fix it itself. The model loadings, the start times on the RunPod is just terrible due to their disk speed. Okay, we are seeing the Blackwell RTX Pro 6000 GPU with 96 GB of VRAM. You can see the total VRAM and the RAM of the machine here. We can see that it is using Sage attention, so it will be the fastest attention. Okay, we are still waiting for start. And when you see this, it means that it is started on the 3000 port. How we are going to connect? Go back to your My Pods and click this arrow icon and you see there is connect to pod. Connect to pod and connect by 3001 port. And the ComfyUI is starting. This is running in the RunPod machine. So open a new terminal. We want to watch what is happening. Pip install NVI top. Then just type NVI top like this. Okay, the machine is ready and set. And the ComfyUI also started. So I'm going to drag and drop the workflow from my extracted folder. Let's use the best performance workflow, which is here. You see 720p long context high quality. Drag and drop it. The rest of the usage is exactly same as in the Windows tutorial part. So let's upload our demo images. This is the demo image. Let's upload our test file. This is around 250 frames. So after uploading your image and audio, first of all, set your width and height. Since this is a tall image, this is 720p and 1280p. It will auto crop and resize it. This is 250 frames. So the parameters that you need to change is input image, image size, input audio, number of frames. This is depending on your input audio length. 25 frames means that it is 1 second of audio. Then the prompt, nothing else. You just need to change it. So this is a man patiently singing like this. So I did set the prompt as well and I am pretty much ready. All I need to set is the blocks to swap. Currently it is set to 0 because this machine has huge amount of VRAM. If the VRAM was low, you could set it as 40 and it would run it on the CPU RAM. However, I'm going to use as 0. This is a big machine. Moreover, if you get out of VRAM error, you can enable all the tiling. Tiled VAE, enable. If you get out of VRAM, then you will see enable VAE tiling, enable it. If you get out of VRAM, and you will see enable VAE tiling also here. Okay, I don't need to change them on this machine, and I did set the block swap to 0, and then I need to hit run here. You see it is at the bottom, this one. Then let's return back to the machine and see what is happening. This is the GPU, it is loading the model. We can also watch the status on the terminal where we started the ComfyUI. So between these two, you need to check it out. It will show us everything. So you see it shows the total raw duration of the audio is 9.96 seconds. You need to get the audio second yourself. You need to calculate it, unfortunately, to set the number of frames here. It is not automatically set. If you know how to make it automatically set according to the number of seconds from here, I can update the workflows later, but currently we need to manually calculate the duration and therefore the calculate the number of frames we need. Okay, it is loading the models. Let's see what will happen. The initial loading of the models may take huge time on RunPod, so you just need to wait patiently. Moreover, you can follow always NVI top screen to see what is happening. You see, I can see that the memory is increasing the RAM of the machine. Therefore, I can say that it is loading model right now. Moreover, it is using CPU, therefore it is doing some operations, probably setting up the precision of the model while loading. And I can see that now it is loading the transformer parameters to CPU. Then it will move them into the GPU. Why it is happening? Because we are using block swapping. You can right click and bypass this if you want. If you want to avoid that on a big VRAM machine GPU like this one. It also shows you other parameters. You can always read here to understand, and processing is starting. Let's see how much VRAM it will use. Okay, it is using 35 gigabytes of VRAM right now. So this machine was an overkill for this, but we will get maximum speed. Okay, it is using entire 600 watts. This is amazing. This means that we are fully utilizing the GPU, and it is processing as chunks. Meanwhile, it is changing between chunks. You will see drop of the watt usage. So it processed the 0 between 81 chunks. Then it is processing 52 between 185, because this model is normally able to process 81 chunks at once. Therefore, it is splitting, and it's also have some intercrossing of the chunk so that it will be consistent. And this is the first step. It will do 10 steps total because this is high quality processing, and we did set 250 frames. You can also see this as the frames. Okay, so it has been generated, and let's see the result. Yes, amazing result as in the previous part of the tutorial. So how you can download it, right click and save preview, and it will download it into your computer. Moreover, you can go to your ComfyUI in workspace, output, and you can right click and download from here like this, download. Or if you want to download entire generations, go to the ComfyUI and right click output and download as an archive. It will zip the entire folder and it will let you download all the files like this. So what is left? Let me show you how to stop and start this machine another time. So currently I am using $2.79 per hour. Let's stop this. This will only cost me $0.56 per hour. So it will cost me only $1.33 per day if I stop this pod. Then I can resume it whenever I want. So I will just click start, and there must be a GPU, so start it. Let's wait for it to start. So this is the biggest advantage of RunPod. As I said, you don't need to reinstall everything from scratch. We will be able to just start and use the application. However, if there were no GPU at the time when I am starting again, I wouldn't be able to use. And to prevent that, you can use the storage and network volume, permanent volume storage from here. Okay, the machine started. Let's connect from the JupyterLab. I will just open the RunPod instructions here, and I will just copy this starting command from here. So new terminal, wait for terminal to start. Sometimes the terminal may not open. This is because of the browser. You can restart your browser to fix. Okay, copy paste it. Now it will start the application and I will be directly use it right away. Okay, it is starting. You see the restart is pretty fast compared to the, of course, installation. Moreover, pay attention to how much volume you are using. We are using like 50% of our volume. If we get out of disk space, we have to stop and expand the storage. Okay, we need to see the local host URL started here. It is still not yet. Almost there. It is starting. If you want to update your ComfyUI, then you just need to run the installation command again. It will update it very quickly without installing entirely. Okay, the application almost started, still not. We are waiting for URL to appear here. Okay, here. So it started. Now I will go back to my pods, connect HTTP service 3001. It's still not ready yet, probably. Yes, now it is ready and the ComfyUI will start like before. So this is the way of using RunPod. Yes, it started. It is keeping everything as it is. Now I can stop this so it will not charge me a lot of money. If you want to prevent any money usage, then you need to click terminate and it will terminate the machine entirely, so you will be not spending any money on it. That's it. I hope you have enjoyed. Please reply this video, share it, comment. You can ask me any questions you want. Hopefully see you in future amazing tutorial video.